So I was checking Hulu to see what they had in the Criterion collection that was directed by women and streaming for free this morning, and I stumbled upon Elaine May's third film, Mikey and Nicky. I've seen Ishtar. I actually pre-ordered Ishtar when it was supposed to be on Blu-ray the first time, and it got canceled, and I was really upset. Then I got to see it at the Castro on the big screen, and it was glorious. And now I own the current Blu-ray because I am the world's biggest Ishtar fan. I also have a single, a 45 single of songs from Ishtar because I am awesome. So, anyways, and then I've seen The Heartbreak Kid, which I quite enjoyed. But I have not seen A New Leaf, and I have yet to find it anywhere. So, I keep harassing the New Bev, because if anyone's going to, show A New Leaf, it's going to be the New Bev, But they haven't shown it yet. So, not since I've been here anyways. Which brings us to Mikey and Nicky, which is her third film, third of four, so she's made the 4 films. This is now the third of hers that I've seen. She wrote and directed this. There's a big, huge kerfuffle about the production, which you can read about on Wikipedia. This is one of those crazy production stories. Oh, I'm sorry. So it stars Peter Falk and John Cassavetes as lifelong friends. John Cassavetes is Nicky, and he calls his friend Mikey because there's a hit on him and he's freaking out. And the rest of the film is sort of Mikey helping Nicky leave, kind of. And then, but, there's more to it than that, and I don't really want to spoil it. But the first half or so of the film, I guess, is mostly improvised, and then the tail ending, the third act, I guess, so 2/3. And then the third act is very much boom, boom, boom. I have sort of mixed feelings about the film because I love Peter Falk. Peter Falk's one of my all-time favorite actors. He can do no wrong. He's good in everything. And not just because he's Columbo. He's good in everything. He's a Campanero. And I love Cassavetes. He has a very strong screen presence. And they have, undeniable chemistry together, which, is important. But this movie was hard to, it was hard for me to care for the very same reason that last year I found myself not giving 2 shits about so many films. This is probably a great film, right? It's a great film. But I honestly don't care about problems with masculinity. I don't find male friendships interesting. I just don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm glad that this is one of those movies that proves that women can direct men in a man's story, and because women can do anything. If men can make great women's stories, then the vice versa should be true. But I don't care about men's stories. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I just don't care. And the bulk of the women in this movie were just, it was not kind to women at all. And one of the things I really, really hate is women who are unkind to other women. And I don't feel like Elaine May does that often, but, I don't know. It's been forever since I saw The Heartbreak Kid, and maybe she was unkind to women in that too. And there's lots of women, especially her age, who, as artists, had to be more like a man and be very unkind to women in order to get ahead. And, for example, one of my love-hate relationships with great female misogynists is Patricia Highsmith. She's terrible. Or Elizabeth Bishop, she's a lesbian misogynist. Go figure, right? I'm slandering everybody. today. Okay, so this was probably a great film, but I just so did not care. It had one part that I really liked, and that was because Love Train was playing in the background. I love that song. That's a great song. But as soon as it came on, I immediately was like, man, I kind of wish I was watching Last Days of Disco, which is a great film about women, written and directed by a man. So, it happens. I don't know. I also just really am not a big fan of 70s cinema. I know that the 70s cinema is supposed to be like the big bastion of like new. It's like everyone looks at, there's classic cinema, there's 70s cinema, and then there's all of shit that came after, right? Like that's how the world is. Those are the three sections of American cinema. I don't like 70s cinema. There's a handful of films from the 70s where I'm like, yeah, I really like this. There's several that I really appreciate, like Network, but I don't feel like I need to go out and rewatch Network all the time, except that I love old Bill Holden. But like Rocky, I will watch 8,000 times because I fucking love Rocky. And I'm trying to think of what else I love from the 70s. That's about it. We're done with 70s. It's me and Rocky. And Harold and Maude. But I love 80s movies, and I love that kind of modern cinema. I don't know. It's just who I am. So, this is a very 70s film. It feels very 70s. Which is probably why it's on all the lists and everyone loves 70s cinema. And I just sit here going, yeah, okay. So, that said, I still really want to see A New Leaf, and then I can, I'll finally have seen all of Elaine May's films. At least, the best I can say is I could tell this was a great film. Just because I didn't care about the characters did not take away the great filmmaking that I was watching. I just didn't care. And I don't think that's a reflection, in this case, on the film. It's a reflection on my taste in cinema and what I want to spend time doing. So probably, if you dig 70s cinema, you like everything Cassavetes did, you'll enjoy this film. Yeah. That's what I got.